Morning, ladies. How's everyone doing? Now we're into October, and so I just kind of wanted to touch base with everybody today. I've had lots of people asking me in the last couple months, Kristie, how are you hitting these big PRS? What are you doing? What's your key? What's your secret? So I thought now's the time to create a video and tell all of you what I've been doing to get where I am right now. I think you're all going to be shocked. It's nothing crazy. I'm not a superhero that stays up selling makeup 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's actually something very simple that each and every one of us, I believe, can do. So, are you ready? My key to success has been interactive sales, aka free makeovers. I'm telling you, that's all it is. All my sales, I shouldn't say all, but the majority, 95% of my sales have come from interactive sales through free makeovers. I've done this in a variety of different ways. One way is that I've booked one-on-one makeovers with people. I've let people know that I'm doing them, and then they come into my house or I go to them, whatever works best. I bring my makeup kit with me and I do a full makeover on them. That's one way that I've done it. I've had some people approaching me as well wanting to try the product. So when you have these people kind of knocking at your door asking about the product and saying, oh, I'd really like to try this, instead of just dropping a sample by for them, why don't you offer to go in and sit down and go through products with them? Say, I'll come over with my kit, we can put this on you, see how you like it, try a few different things out, and I'll give you a makeover. So that's one way that I've been doing it. Obviously, another way is through home makeover parties. So it's catching on really well in the area that I live. People are approaching me now that they've found out that I'm doing this. I tell the hostess to invite her girlfriends over. I usually say around 5+. The biggest party that I've done is probably 14, 15 faces at a night. So it gets to be pretty busy. But if you say, you know, I don't know if you want to say 5 to 10 people, 5 to 12 people, get your girlfriends to come without any makeup on, and I will give them a makeover. The other interactive sales approach that I've taken is through going to trade shows. I have Googled trade shows all over my area to find out what's going on and where I can go to, you know, get my name noticed, get the product noticed, get people hooked on this stuff. Because I'm telling you, ladies, these products are amazing. They sell themselves. You really don't, you know, if once people hear about them and know them and try them, there's not a lot of work in getting them hooked on it. So trade shows, one-on-one makeovers, and home makeover parties have been my key to success. Now I know you're probably all freaking out saying, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but I don't know how to put makeup on people. I don't even know how to put my makeup on myself. Don't worry about that. It's not about being perfect. I go in and I self-disclose right away. I say, you know, I'm not a makeup artist. I've never taken classes to do this before, but I'm willing to slap some makeup on your face, you know, maybe not that crudely, but I tell them that, you know, I'm not a professional, but I'm willing to let them try the product and they can either put it on themselves or I can do it for them. And I'll tell you, I think every time they've asked me to do it, and it's a lot of fun. I actually find it very therapeutic. I'm really enjoying it. So a couple things, a couple keys that I've found is to put, it's going to cost a little bit of money to get your kit stocked up, and you can do that slowly and just keep adding things, but a few things that I recommend is to make sure that you're putting what I call the base products on everybody. That means anybody that has fine lines, wrinkles, I put the Uplift Serum on. I'll do in and around their eyes. I often will do forehead wrinkles. I always self-disclose about how my fine lines on my forehead have tightened up significantly. Like you can see right now, you can't see too much. Definitely when I scrunch my forehead up, you can see them, but you used to be able to see these when I was sitting like this. They were quite obvious, and that's helped a lot. So that personal experience with the Uplift has done really well for selling it. I've also sold a lot of it, and I've yet to have somebody not happy with the results. So I always make sure to tell people that. It's kind of a little bit more personal for them that way. I also put Divine Moisturizer on everybody, young, old, doesn't matter. They get Divine Moisturizer. I put it in my hands, I put it on their face. I also give them a little bit in their fingers to touch because this stuff is amazing. I always say it feels absolutely satiny, like silk. It's so light. So I give them that to do. The other thing is primer. Everybody gets primer. Primer is my #1 seller. I love the primer. It is my favorite product, and I make it everybody else's favorite product too. So I put it on their face. I give them a touch to put on their hand, and they, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then I leave it for a few seconds after I put it on and say, now touch your face. And they, oh my gosh. Well, almost every time they buy a primer, I'll tell you that. So make sure that you put those products on. And then just whatever, you can ask them what kind of, what their preference is, or maybe you just have powder foundations and that's fine, and use what you've got and just put it on. The key to interactive sales has been putting it on people, whether they want to put it on themselves, whether you put it on the best you can do, you're only doing your best. Put it on people. They need to feel it, they need to touch it, they need to see it. Once they do that, the rest is history. The comment I get every single time is, oh my gosh, my whole face is done and it feels like I'm not wearing makeup at all. I've had people that don't wear makeup. They refuse to wear makeup. They say, I cannot stand the feel of makeup. It's heavy, it's gross, I just don't wear it. But I'll let you do my face. So I've done their face, and what do you know? Next thing you know, they're buying product from me. They're wearing makeup. You need to get people to try this. You need to get people to feel it. Once they get hooked, you got them, right? So that's been my key. I'm telling you, that's really all I've done. The other, just a few tips about the actual interaction that you're having with them. I've made up, or my little dear mummy has been so kind to make up a little inventory thing for me. So every single thing that that Amber and I have accrued for our interactive kit is got a little space on the paper, and you can make this on a computer, whatever, with a little checkbox beside it, okay? At the top, it's written name. So every makeover I do, I write the person's name at the top. I go through, I put everything on. It's separated in base products, foundation, blush, bronzer, blah, 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 with all the different shades I have. At the end, once I'm done their makeover, I go, it's a quick tick, tick, tick. Whatever I used, I put absolutely everything I used on them. I tick it off. I give them their paper, I give them the catalog and a card, and I'd say probably 8 to 9 times out of 10, they place an order. They also keep that sheet so that, maybe they just wanted a couple things today and they're going to add later. They have the sheet so they know exactly what was put on them. And a lot of times they want to buy, a lot of times they'll say to me, Kristie, how much would it cost to buy everything you put on my face? And then I give them a number, and they're usually like, well, I'm not going to get it all, but I'll start with this. And then I've had a lot of them come back and keep adding and adding and adding. So that's key, making sure that they know what you put on their face, and a quick little tick sheet's a nice way to do it, I found. So give them that, give them your card, give them your catalog. Mention to them at that point that if you're ever interested in having a party of your own, having your friends over, invite them over for makeovers. The girls can drink wine, have a girls' night, go out for supper after. That's appealing to a lot of people, and I've gotten a lot of parties booked from that. So always offer the opportunity for them to have a party. Other routes to look for parties are right now with Christmas coming up. There's Christmas parties. You could approach businesses that are highly, female employees. Go and drop off a catalog or two and say, hey, I just wanted to put a bug in your ear that I'm doing these Christmas parties. It's kind of, you can do it as a pre-Christmas party where you go in, I'll come in, and you girls can do some Christmas shopping for makeup products, and I'll give everyone a free makeover, and then you're all dolled up and you can go out for your supper or whatever else the Christmas party entails. So that's one way. Another thing that I've talked about lots is splurge groups. So talking to ladies, if you have a splurge group that you do maybe once a month, 1 month, why not try a Younique makeover party? I always call them Younique makeover parties because the makeover excites people. And just general ladies' nights. So those are just kind of a few ideas. I know I'm getting long-winded here, so I'm going to cut this short now. Interactive sales, ladies. Free makeovers, do it. I promise that's where the money's at. You guys are going to make your business roll. You're going to rock it. So get out there and do some interactive sales. If you have any questions or you need my help or assistance or guidance or anything, please just message me. Let me know. I'm there to help. Have a good day. Happy Friday.